Welcome to the Under the Hat podcast,
the show where we talk about everything and anything that is top of mind in education.
The goal is to provide meaningful conversations to what is currently happening in our classrooms.
Stories, pains,
moments of success.
We want to hear it all.
Friends, welcome back to the madness. We're here to finish off this bracket. Sophie, I'm ready to go. How about you?
I'm pretty excited. Yeah, I am. I all of the hype and smack talk that's been going on this week has been absolutely amazing. I cannot wait to see who comes out victorious and which EduProtocol is the best EduProtocol. They're all amazing. They're all winners. They're all perfect for your classroom. But which one is going to reign supreme is amazing.
Yeah. A bit of housekeeping. So, and also like rules a little bit. Every presenter for each round. So we're doing rounds 2, 3, and 4 today. 2 minutes still. So they're going to have just that 2 minutes. The vote here is going to be a live vote only. So once this broadcast is done, there will be no more voting. And just for transparency's sake, for those that are watching live here with us, I'm going to put up this banner right here. So this is the first link. There's going to be a different link per round for you to vote. And here's the first one if you want to. And we'll be posting this up. I'm also going to copy and paste this in La Chat in hopefully all the places here. Regardless if you're, on YouTube. I have some Insta friends. Oh, my friend Mantha's coming through. There we go.
Hi, Dave. I'm so glad you're watching.
And there we go. So we'll go ahead and leave that up. This is the link to vote for round 2. When you open it up, it'll have the very first face-off. Watch it first, then vote, then move on to the next one. And then after this first round or each round, we will show the data, show where everyone's up. We'll lock it up. And then Sophie and or I will update the bracket. So that's all the housekeeping stuff that I have. Sophie?
Just so you guys know, I'm outside. I'm at a conference, and I am super excited. I'm already pumped up from being at a conference. The only time I don't have a tiara is when I'm out and about. But I'm super excited to do this. I'm excited for our guests today. I'm excited for our audience for watching. Thank you guys for coming. And again, it's going to be 2-minute presentations each. Steve and I will both time according to things. Our first one is Justin with Annotate and Tell. Hi, Justin. How you doing today?
Hey. How's it going?
Welcome.
How's it going? I'm doing fantastic. And he is going to go up against moi with Cyber Sandwich. But I'm ready to go. I told him, he said he better bring it because I am punny again this time around. So
I got this one. We got it.
All righty. All right. So you're up first. Go ahead, Steve, and bring up his thing. Go ahead and present. And I will be a fair timer. I promise. I see it loading. I promise. I haven't hit start yet. Okay.
You tell me when to go because I can't see you.
All right, I will tell you. Do you want to count down of like when to stop, or you got 2 minutes?
I won't be able to see you, but I got a timer right here next to me.
Okay, good. All right.
Yep. Just tell me when to start and I'll start it. Yep.
Ready, set, go.
Annotate and Tell Battleship. Save time, increase engagement, low prep, big payoff. Here's what prep looks like. Drop a reading into the template, add your guiding questions, and then watch students actually engage with the text. 4 minutes to annotate and tell, 3 minutes to play Battleship. Students pair up and call it a grid coordinate. Think B7 like Battleship. If the partner has a highlight there, boom, it's a hit. But here's the catch. They have to explain why they highlighted it. The partner writes down the explanation because in this classroom, we take notes, we take names, we take learning seriously. It works for all subjects, all levels. Works in ELA, social studies, science, even math, and PE. John, you're going to love this one. Look at that trap play. What do we do in Battleship? Identify evidence, explain it, justify our thinking. Every single day, my students are training for state testing without even realizing it. They highlight key details, defend their choices, and challenge each other's reasoning. By the time test day comes, they're not just choosing answers, they're proving why they're right. The biggest problem, students can't justify their answers. They pick A, B, C, or D, but if you ask why, they freeze. The solution, annotate until Battleship, forces them to prove their thinking before test day. Every highlight must have an explanation. Every explanation must connect to the question. Every question must be defended like it's a high-stakes game. If they can't defend their highlight, their partner gets the point. That's built-in accountability. That's critical thinking in action. And guess what? It's all happening without me lecturing at the front of the room. Why is it the best protocol for state testing? It makes thinking visible. So students don't just guess, they justify. It gamifies critical thinking. So students engage without even realizing they're prepping. It stacks with other EduProtocols, creating a full-scale evidence-based writing system. It takes state testing from guesswork to guess and check to highlight and conquer. If you want students to dominate state testing, stop teaching to the test and start teaching how to think.
Oh,
Nice. That was great. Oh, goodness. I did not. Okay. I love the image at the end. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. All right.
okay,
All right,
Sophie,
here we go.
you are next.
It is my turn. Steve, you're going to time me so it's
Yep.
fair.
Yes,
Okay.
I will do that.
Hey, John. Welcome, John. We see you. All right. Hold on. Let me get a little situated here. Okay.
Awesome. All right. You ready?
Yes.
Ready, set, go.
Ready to calculate some learning? The cyber sandwich is back, and this time we're adding a math twist. It's the perfect equation for collaborative problem solving. Like the first time. The first thing is bread, independent problem solving. Students derive solutions to word problems, drawing models, and persistently working through the variables. No division of effort here. Then the filling, collaborative comparison. They compare workflows, plot their models, and analyze their thinking. Did they find the common denominator or with their approaches, or are they multiplying their understanding with different methods? Each student creates their own garnish, a summary of their workflows. They explain how their approaches were the same or different, and if they agree or disagree on the best method. Then they present their findings, proving their knowledge to the class. It's a sum of their understanding. Why is Cyber Sandwich integral to learning? Because it's such a variable. It works with 2 to 3 students, any math concept, any problem type, both complementary and contradictory methods. It's a prime example of collaborative learning, a no remainder solution. Cyber Sandwich is here to solve your learning challenges. Feeling exponentially expired? I hope I can count on your vote. Whoop, whoop. I had time left over. Whoop, 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 whoop.
Yay. Dang, you had like a lot of time left over. Big
I
shout
know, I talked a
on
little fast.
that. No, it's okay. It's good. All right. Any final words, Justin?
Is John's mic going to work? We could bring John in.
We're bringing John right in. John, are you there?
Am I here? Am I really here?
You're here. You're really
you
here.
are.
You know what the fix was I had to switch to Firefox because something was broken in Chrome. I tried everything. Anyways, great job. And you know, you can always count on Justin to run it right down to the nub. I think everybody should give bonus points to Sophie for presenting in the wild, so to speak. So yeah, bonus points for nature presenting.
Yes, it
I
does.
love
It's
both
the
of you
wind.
guys.
The wind is causing a little bit of visual issues here. Okay. So don't forget to vote now that Justin and I have presented. You can vote on that, and I'll just let you know that I can't see him. So just so you guys know, Steve's got all that.
Yeah, sure. You got a tab open. I know about you.
You know, I'm not like our friend Margie who's screenshotting everything that she's not supposed to be sharing. But okay,
Well, while people
so
are voting, I've got a little cyber sandwich origin story. The first time I taught it, because Marlena created the cyber sandwich, and the first time I taught it with adults was really traumatic for me because even though I had read the book, and even though my name is on the literal cover, the first time I did it, it was pretty scary. And that's why I'm so confident when I'm telling people it's going to be fine. And at the end of the lesson, I was like, dude, this is really good. This is really good. It was amazing to, actually learn protocols myself that way as I was executing the ones Marlena had done before.
I love that. I love that you actually have like real world, like using it and stuff.
Hmm.
I did actually present. I'm at a math conference for those who missed that. I presented this week while I was here, and they loved it. So I'm super excited. I did a lot of EduProtocol sessions here, and the math teachers in West Virginia, they don't know a whole lot about EduProtocol. So I'm hoping that math reps and the field guide got out there for people to learn about and use in their classrooms. Okay, so the next pair up. Thank you, Justin, for participating. I appreciate you being here. Justin or I will present again, depending on who wins, and we will announce that after the entire round 2 is. And up next is, let me look at the list. It's going to be Random Emoji and Sketch and Tell, which is Tish.
Ooh,
She was already
this is
there.
hard.
And
This is
Lisa.
hard. This is going to be a hard round.
Oh, this one's going to be fun. This is going to be great. The two sweethearts. Alrighty. And then, so random emoji is first, which is Lisa. Steve, if you bring up Lisa's screen.
Yep, I'm working on it.
All right.
Yay, I'm so excited.
I'm trying to find it here.
I'm just going to tell you personally, I really love random emoji because it helps me stay focused on like, what am I supposed to write next? So I think that's really cool. Me and my ADHD brain.
Yeah. And that's a subtlety, Sophie, while Lisa's getting ready to go here. The subtlety to random emojis, you only give kids one emoji at a time. You don't give them all 5. And that's a form of scaffolding, right? Write one sentence. Awesome. Now write another. Nice. Now write another. And that really, for our reluctant writers, makes them feel safe. And then I need to give some grandfatherly love to Sketch and Tell as well, so that it's equal. When Dominic Helmstetter added the O's to Sketch and Tell, he totally revamped it. And I believe Tish is going to go here with, now you can do visual steps, which would also be spectacular, for example, in math. So that step-by-step piece is very protocol-y, because it's literally, bro, just do this one thing, you'll be fine. Hey, since you did one thing, why don't you do another thing? And pretty soon they're cooking right along.
I love it. Christy, you make a good point. We put the two sweethearts together and then Kat and Steph, the competitive ones, together. It was like it was made to be.
That's all Steve's background Mean Girls attitude right there. That's all that is. He's just working the background.
I love it. All righty.
All right. So I can't
Lisa,
see you guys at all when I share. So if you just tell me to just like be quiet when it's time, like for me to stop, you just let me know, okay?
Okay. I will count you down. Are you ready?
I am ready.
All righty. All ready, set, go.
All right, people, we are back. It is Saturday, and you know what's really great on a Saturday? Random emojis, because when are you using emojis? Every single day in your conversations, on your texts with your friends. It's fast, it's fun, it's wildly effective. Easy. You drop 3 to 5 random emojis and your students are connecting them to a topic, whether it's a story, an argument, a concept, an explanation. No hesitation, no writer's block, just instant ideas. It works everywhere. You need a summary, tie it to emojis. You need analysis, justify why each emoji connects. Need engagement, kids beg to do another round. And let's be real, when was the last time that happened with any assignment? Now, not to slam Sketch and Tell or anything, I am a fan, but some kids stare at a blank page like it's a pop quiz they forgot about. Some rush through it like they're speed running an art contest, and some struggle to make deeper connections because, let's face it, drawing a volcano doesn't mean you understand plate tectonics. And after a few times, it starts to feel like that same tired worksheet that's been photocopied since 1998. So why random emoji wins? It's more than just drawing. It works for writing, discussion, problem solving, not just doodles. Instant engagement, no hesitation, no, I don't know what to do, just jump in and go. Endless variety, no 2 emoji combos are ever the same. Creativity, it never runs out. So if you want a protocol that turns a ninja taco into a historical analysis, a space octopus into a science lesson, and a robot into an argumentative essay, vote random emoji. This is what I'm talking about, people. So, I mean, look at this. Look at random emojis. You got stories for days. Look at that. Imagination, right?
10 seconds.
Okay.
Imagination.
Imagination. It's like me. It's young, scrappy, it's hungry, it's creative, it's engagement, it's going to be effective. Use random emoji. Vote for me, people. Vote for random emoji. I love you all.
Yay! Thank you so much, Lisa. That was fantastic. I love I know it's in the name, the random emoji, but the randomness is really exciting. You never know what you're going to get type of thing. So I really enjoy
and that's
enjoy
the
that a
2
lot.
things. Remember, first one is one at a time. The second one is really random. I've seen, I've seen some teachers that they'll give kids 5 of them to do, and that means they're pre-selected. And the whole idea of nobody knows what's coming makes it into a game show. And I think Lisa will agree with this. It's almost like a Saturday Night Live game show. It's Ninja Taco. You never see it coming.
I love it. I also love the chat action where Christy is buttering Cat up. Yep, because this is great. Alrighty.
Lots of sub channels going on right now.
I love it. The side
all the
conversations
channels,
are
all the
best.
channels.
Tisha
Don't believe
is
your
up
eyes,
now
ears, or face, people. There's
Hello,
things going on.
everybody.
with Sketch and Tell. Oh, it looks like she's got a little expansion here going on.
What?
Tisha, are
We
you
got a little
ready?
smashing.
Got a little smashing. So are we on? Are my minutes started yet?
Not yet. Are you ready?
No.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, ready, set, go.
All right. So Sketch for and Tell is a mashup of Sketch and Tell O and Sketch and Tell that I use with my culinary kiddos. So they're going to take a white piece of paper. They're going to fold it into 4 quadrants. They're going to write our 4 terms for the week at the top of each of those quadrants. And they are going to get 4 minutes to draw their understanding of each term. So 1 minute per term. Here are 2 examples of students that did this week. Love the Top Gun connection there on the top left for a danger
That's a very
zone.
good F-14, I must say.
Right? So good. Then they have to get up. They have to get out of their seats. They have to find 3 other people to make a group of 4 and share their drawings with each other. Here's an example of that just this week in my class. Then they are going to have 4 minutes to define each term in their own words in each square or on the back. Looks something like this. And you can also do this in Canva. So you can use the text box and the draw tools, and you can use Book Create to mail merge all of their names onto their own pages so that you can go ahead and present those with the class, which is amazing. So there are 3 high impact techniques all in one. There's drawing, there is verbalizing, there is writing. The trifecta, the drawing doubles recall, the talking strengthens memory, the writing solidifies connections. And then we have activating multiple learning modalities, boost retention and recall, strengthens higher order thinking, supports neurodivergent learners, which I have a ton in my class and I am one myself. And so this really resonates with me. And of course, it makes learning fun and magical. vote for Sketch and Tell. It's an incredible EduProtocol to use in your classroom. It works all grade levels, all subject areas, electives, so many possibilities. And if you vote for me, I might be going in the direction that John mentioned in the next round. So stay tuned.
Oh, you got things prepared for more rounds. You're better than me.
Tisha is always ready to level
That
up.
was fantastic. That was wonderful.
She's always got her
Bravo.
secret recipe ready to go.
All right. Works out when she's teaching culinary.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. Oh, that was fantastic. Any behind the curtains creations, thoughts, John, on either of those?
Oh, again, it's that how does a grandfather love one grandchild more than the other? And that's easy. Whichever one brings the most cinnamon rolls. No, there's no way to lose. There's no way to lose on this because Tisha clearly has her next. What do we say in a 7? She's got her next plate ready, and then Lisa is a born competitor, so she is going to crank it up. Like she's going to lock in. You'll know that when she's serious because she'll probably start dancing or lip syncing a famous song. You'll just see it magically happening.
I'm busting out the sparkles next, so just you wait.
And if she gets out the wand, look out, it's over.
That's great. All right. Thank you guys so much. It was fabulous. You both did wonderful presentations. I appreciate it. Next up, Steve and Christy.
So I guess this is where I lose.
Yes, this is where Steve's going to lose.
Apparently.
I appreciate Steve not taking sides with mine, but I definitely am rooting for Christy here. So we've got thin slides and fast and curious. Steve is up first with thin slides. Let him get his screen situated because he is also playing big time host since I am in the field today behind the scenes. I appreciate him taking on that burden.
Yeah, it's been a burden.
He actually has to do something.
Ooh.
Yeah, I get that a lot at work too.
All righty, Steve. So you have, from what I understand, a video, right?
Yeah, to lift that burden, actually, it was more of a logistical decision.
Yeah. All right.
But yeah. So are we ready?
Are you ready?
I'm just gonna hit a button. Yeah.
Let's go.
All right. So here we are with Thin Slide. Thin Slide is done playing games. We are here for the ultimate face-off. Speaking of face-off, we have Thin Slide Face-Off. That's where two partners drop in that image, drop in that word, and face off in the middle with their similarities. But before we get to that, what are they doing with the document, with the words, where we can have any text be translated into whatever language that we need it in. On the student side, the students will be able to drop in their own ideas and then take a screenshot or a picture of what their partner has. And yes, this is all about factions, friends. So why wouldn't I put Stephanie Howe right here as she is the queen of factions? Because we've seen a little bit of that this week on social media. Now, you drop in that image, you drop in that word, and allow your students to explore and explain the wonders that is our classroom and their learning. Now, remember, vote Thin Slide, because when you drop in a picture, it can speak louder than any amount of words. Vote Thin Slide.
I love it. Last week, Steve featured me in his Thin Slide. This week, it was Deaf Steph, and I appreciate that so much. Steve, do you mind pasting that link again in the chat? I tried to do it and totally messed up some things. So the voting link.
Are you talking about the voting? The voting link?
The voting link, please. Yeah,
Yes,
the round 2 voting link, please.
Absolutely.
And
I will.
Fun fact, Steve,
right,
some viewers may not be aware that the progenitor of the Thin Slide Face-Off is in the chat right now.
Mm.
Ooh.
And I will let them reveal themselves. It's like the masked protocoler.
Ooh.
Hopefully, I didn't break
Ooh.
any rules by doing that.
No, you did it.
You did.
Here we go.
Did slide face off. Whoop, whoop. Love it.
And
All
it was
right.
Justin. Yeah, Justin
it
has
was-
he might be on a little roid rage this morning, but he forgot that he created it. Yes.
You know, anytime,
awesome.
and just big shout out to Justin. Anytime I'm like working with someone and they're like, I need a different take on EduProtocols. I'm like,
Shoom.
where's Justin at? Where's his doc? So big shout out to him and the work that he does.
That's great. He's still gonna lose this round. It's gonna be Cyber Sandwich. Sorry, our time is up, and Christy's time is here. It's here for the yay. Christy is doing Fast and Curious. I do appreciate a Fast and Curious. I do. I like how fast it is, and I like how you do. It's a repetitive thing, and I presented on it this week and showed people how to do them, and they're really excited about it. Christy, are you ready?
I'll be coming on your vote, Sophie. Yeah.
I don't think I'm even going to vote. I just feel like it's not right. Steve, will you move Christy's face up? Thank you. And Christy, are you ready?
Yes.
All righty. Ready, set,
And
go.
all right. So I want to talk to you about why Fast and Curious beats Thin Slides. I mean, EduProtocols is like ice cream. Barring lactose intolerance, we all love some ice cream, right? But ice cream is not all created equal. There's vanilla, but then you can get chocolate chip cookie dough, right? And I'm here to tell you why Fast and Curious is the chocolate chip cookie dough of EduProtocols. So first off, just a quick little review of the process. You've got your pre-quiz, you've got your review, your re-quiz, and your repeat. So all of this is going to lead to some fabulous things. First of all, you get massive engagement. You get game-based learning, you get competition, immediate results. All of this is going to lead to increased motivation. Thin Slides, much slower result time. You're not going to get nearly the engagement out of your students. Also, retention. This is all based in brain science. With retrieval practiced in space repetition, you're going to build stronger memories for your students. For all of those standardized tests that we don't like to think of, but we kind of have to, this is going to be your go-to. Also, everybody likes low prep, right? When set up, it's going to run itself. Also, and this is my favorite, you get instant feedback. Think Hattie, okay? If you're not familiar with this research, you get a 0.7 effect size with immediate and timely feedback. This is going to give you that. And for those of us not so familiar with it, a 0.7 effect size is going to give you approximately 2 years of growth. You
10
cannot
seconds.
beat that. Last, it's going to give you great learning gains. Look at all that green, and you see that immediately. So, in summary, it's always a good idea.
Yay! Oh, mic drop. Look at that.
That's great.
Fantastic.
That's great.
Absolutely fantastic. I love it. Thank you so much for coming on, Christy and Steve.
I'm starting to
what up
believe in the
there?
cloud. I was people had tried to talk me out of this before, but I see it now.
You
There
can take
is,
it everywhere you go.
there is always a silver lining around Christy Cloud. Love you, girl. Yeah, I just made that up off the top of my head. All
And I'm
righty.
seeing
John, do you have any behind the scenes topics for or insights for Fast and
Oh, yeah.
Curious?
Fast
or
and Curious. I
Inside?
started that one in 1999 on paper. Didn't even have Scantrons, and
Oh, dang.
I saw the flow, and then I did nothing with it for about 3 years, and then I was doing a training for Andrew Schwab's district, and I asked a bunch of teachers, "Do you guys like Latin roots?" And they said yes, and I gave them a bunch of Latin roots from Michigan State, and they got rocked. And I made them take the test again, and they went from 11% to 88%. And I said, how's that? And they said, we ain't going to stand on 88. We teach language arts. And then on the third round, we got them to 97%. And I said, what do you guys think of that? And they were like, you didn't even lecture. You didn't do any worksheets. And I was like, you guys are missing the point. It only took 9 minutes. And boom, Fast and Curious. That was the full launch right there.
And I do appreciate the research that Christy talked about. Like, it is really grounded in research, and there's all this data that backs it up. And I think
if you've ever been in a research session and you've said to yourself, this is amazing, but I don't know how to do it, this is how to do it.
Love it.
And I came with no research. So I'm okay
Steve's
with
all about the feelings.
You did have a great video.
It was a really good video.
Yeah.
If you need me
Tour
to
de
make a
force.
video, yeah, I'm your girl. But yeah, I was lacking the numbers.
Alrighty. Thank you so much for coming, Christy. I appreciate your participation. Steve, of course, you're going to continue seeing Steve's face because we're moving as we move through
For
this.
better, for worse.
For better, for worse. And me, and hear my voice. Sorry about that. Like, oh my gosh, is it time? It is
Wow,
time.
oh my gosh. Who let these cretins in? Steve, undo the button, Steve. Undo the button. It's not too late.
The next face-off is Number Mania and Iron Chef with Steph and Kat, and I'm super excited for them to hear what they have to say, especially after seeing their chitty chats on all the socials this week. It's been absolutely amazing. Kat has definitely gone extra with the songs and the graphics, and Steph's wrestling and beating graphics have been hilarious. I love them so much. They've been so great.
I just noticed right now, Kat's background.
Steph is finally using her IEP to full advantage. All the accommodations are kicking in.
I'm loving it. Alrighty. So Number Mania is up first, which is Stephanie. And I have under good little birdie told me that she was prepping right up until the line, so she's ready to go.
I'm ready. I am ready.
All righty, Steph. Ready, set, go.
So last week I overtook the queen of EduProtocols. So I now have my nice little queen here, and we're ready to take Number Mania to the next level. So one way that you can do this is I've created last week my nice little graphic about Kat. And here are some numbers that are really important to Kat. Kat, do you know what this one is right here? The Wednesday, April 5th?
I do, yeah.
What is it?
It's the first time I ever lost to you.
No. This is the first time me and Kat became friends. We became best friends on this day, actually. And it was at 12:56 p.m. And we were introduced by Jen, if you remember that, Kat. But it sounds like our relationship doesn't matter to you. And so with Number Mania, once your students get these created, you can have them use multimedia to explain, because obviously Kat does not remember the date that we met. And so what I might do is I might grab the voice comment, and I could go over here just to remind Kat, this is the day that we met. Jen Giffen introduced us through an email. You were looking for someone to help you with a pilot community group, and you picked me. And that's how we became best friends, is on this date. And I just feel like you don't even remember this, right? And so on December 13th, little Kat was born. And so again, I could maybe create like a little video explaining maybe what happened on this day. I don't know how many pounds she was, because I did not go into that deep of my research. Do you know where you were on February 3rd, 2025, Kat?
I was with you at the HEB.
Oh, no, I don't know. This is when you checked in. This is when Kat checked in to TCA. She was at the Austin Convention Center. And so, again, I'm able to come in here and I can record by audio, by video.
Time's up.
You can leave whatever I need. And before we're done, thank you, Kat, for the nice vote for Stephanie by the numbers.
They
Oh,
call
look
this
at that.
session too much personal information, too much PII.
I
Stay out of
agree. That was
Cat's
a lot
FERPA.
of my FERPA data out there.
Oh my goodness, that's amazing. The fact that you remember the date that you met is fantastic. Steve, I don't know if I can even tell you what year we met.
I mean, Kat didn't remember, so that just I'm really questioning my relationship right now with her.
We had a long following on social until we met. Like we saw each other, but it wasn't until I got to Cami that I knew you.
Yeah, so that's kind of hard to pin down. Alrighty. I am excited to see what Kat has planned now for Stephanie. Well, she presents Iron Chef. Iron Chef's really cool, and I like it. And I wish that teachers knew about it when I was going through school, because jigsawing would have been so much easier with Iron Chef. Anyways, Kat, are you ready, love?
I'm ready. Let's go.
Ready, set,
here we go. Awesome. Iron Chef. I want to share some of my highlights since I know you all were tuning in last week, so let's not do repeats. My favorite things are that it's an opportunity for students to create and present, which is a former theater teacher. This is always really critical to me. I love that it's timed because I think that saves a lot of kind of time and energy in the classroom because we're always trying to get through a lot of content. But of course, everyone knows, as you know, the lunch lady, the secret ingredient is by far my favorite part of Iron Chef. And although Stephanie made me the focal point of her presentation, my presentation is for you, the audience, to get some really great ideas. So each round, I will release some new secret ingredients that I've been thinking about and share them with you. So hopefully we stay tuned and you can benefit from getting all 12 of these. But first up is our comic strip. I love the idea of embedding a comic strip as the secret ingredient, bringing in a little bit of visual learning as well. Having the students create their entire pitch into a commercial would be super fun. Opposite day, really thinking, well, now I've dug into this, what does the other side think? And pushing students to kind of delve into that type of critical thinking. And my last one, which is one of my favorites, is what would the t-shirt of this activity be? Design the t-shirt, the catchphrase, the logo. All of these things could really get students invested and excited about their experience with Iron Chef. So it's limitless opportunities, but each time you do it, changing the secret ingredient can give you an opportunity to refresh this for students and give the classroom something new to focus on. So hopefully you choose this one because, you know, I didn't share any of Stephanie's secret private data. And that's it. That's the Iron Chef.
Hashtag restraint.
For now.
Yeah, I knew you would like that because you do have a couple stalkers, and I just thought it would, you know, I could add into that mix now since that date of us meeting doesn't matter to you anymore.
I just want you to know I included this picture of you
that's
in your
stalkerish too. That's a little bit stalkerish too.
You are going to lose just like Ohio State.
They actually won.
Look at M. Tyner in the chat, you guys. No leftovers with Iron Chef. Boom.
Yep.
Nice. But
Hi,
one
Mom.
more on the positive side, because we started with some Hattie in Steph's, but on the what's the Hattie score on Jigsaw? The Hattie effect size on Jigsaw is 1.2. It's the single highest performing teacher activities. And here's the oh snap moment. Thank you, Christy, for that. When's the last time anybody saw somebody doing a jigsaw in class?
That's right. Yeah.
Why are we not doing the most powerful activity?
I will admit that I never did a jigsaw in my classroom because I hated doing them as a student. And I will admit that, but I hated doing them as a student because there was no structure. They were just like, read, take notes. And I'm like, I don't know what I'm reading. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm taking notes for. But if they had used the Iron Chef I would have had some sort of structure and guidance to know what I was looking for, and it would have been way more productive.
And this is
so
just for
I
you,
will
Kat.
say that.
This is just for you. One time I had my kids for about 3 months. This is during COVID. And I said, here's your Iron Chef ingredients for today. Boom, boom, boom. Right. I gave them the laydown. Here's the topic of each slide. Here's the secret ingredient. I said, let's go. And they looked at their Chromebooks and they looked up and they looked at their Chromebooks and they looked up and they looked at their Chromebooks and they looked up. And I go, what are you guys doing? And they go, you didn't send us the slides. And I said, your mom doesn't work here. Make your own slides, bro. And they were gone.
Make
Your
your
mom
own
doesn't
slides,
work
bro.
here.
Yeah.
That is amazing. Thank you for your vote of confidence, John. It's really all we need to push this vote over the edge.
All right, so now we got to show a little love to Numbers Mania. Number Mania. I will admit the first time that I heard about Number Mania was last week when Stephanie presented on it. And this was really amazing because she's right. Research projects are just sort of like, bleh. You don't want to deal with it. But when you look at the numbers and you can collaborate and bring in data together and collaborate together to create that information, is a lot easier to try and see what's important and what's useful information to provide in that essay. So
my other
yay.
favorite one is when I go out and demo Iron Chef with classes that don't even know me. When I start, you know what the kids say? The kids do this right here. They go, how are we supposed to know what to put there? And I go, bro, that is the exact problem right now. That is the exact problem. I love
Steve,
Stephanie just losing her mind in the chat right now.
I don't understand why you didn't say anything about Number Mania. You're playing favorites, John.
No, I have great stories about Number Mania. Just like
You just can't remember.
the first time
any
that
of
I did
them.
Cyber Sandwich, I was terrified with Number Mania. I had to call, I'm not exaggerating, I had to call Marlena 9 times and say, and then what happens? And then what happens? And Stephanie's session made it so much easier for you guys. It's like just having a can of pudding. You just pop that top off and you get your little spork and you start eating. It's so easy to start.
I had a can of whoop ass, and that's why we're here, because whoop whoop, get your votes in.
Okay, so
Steve, did you have to beat me?
no. Well, I might have to. I don't know.
It looks like the scores are coming in to the point where I am seeing the things come in on our official bracket that Steve and I are sharing right now.
Mhm.
And Stephanie, I try to throw you some love, but it's not my fault you ran out of time.
Oh.
I mean, I was trying to get Kat's participation as a collaborative activity, and she just
I
wasn't
love that.
helping. She was not
I
helping.
love that. Well,
She's that
if
good
it was doing your
woman.
observation
Oh,
right now, I
wonderful.
would say emerging.
Oh,
Oh, that
rough.
was rough.
that's rough.
This is on live TV.
That's a
My
deep.
mom is
That was
watching right
deep,
now.
Sean.
Oh,
That was-
snap. All righty. Steve, how are the numbers?
Okay, so what I'm gonna give a few more moments, like seconds, until I lock this link, right? And once I do that, I'm gonna show some data, numbers, Mania. I'm gonna show some numbers. I'm gonna lock it right now, actually.
Oh, what is that family? Oh my gosh.
Brady Bunch.
Brady
Yes!
Bunch.
We're the
What are you
Brady
talking-
Bunch.
How
Adam's
did you not
family
know
was the
that
only
off
thing
the
that
top
kept
of
in
your
my head.
Now everybody
Because
needs to do
Adam's-
this right now.
Look.
Oh yeah, Sophie, there you are. Oh, no,
Hi,
John,
Christy.
that's
I
fine.
see you down there.
Lisa.
I was Adam's family was the only family that was popping in my head, because if that tells you anything about my brain.
Okay. All right. Are we ready to look at some data since I brought none earlier? Okay.
Oh, I don't know if I
So-
want to see how bad this is.
Okay. So check it out. It's locked. And so here we are.
Oh my goodness.
Justin coming through, squashing cyber
It's so
sandwich.
dramatic.
That was so bad.
Sketch
Is Christy
and
putting a
tell.
cloud whammy on us right now? Is Christy running the cloud?
Sketch and tell. So Tish, sorry, Lisa. I love me random emoji though. I got squashed by Fast and
Yeah, I
Furious.
was right.
Good job, Christy. And then the one that was actually the closest here, no surprise, but Iron Chef So let me go ahead and update this bracket here.
Obviously, no surprise, Iron Chef.
Ouch.
Oh my gosh.
Oh goodness.
I'm in more pain that you don't remember our friendship.
Stephanie, I think Kat did a really good job, but she's benefiting from brand recognition. There's probably a bunch of people in the audience who had no idea what's happening right now. They saw Iron Chef and they went with it. That's my guess.
Yeah, and I
thought it was the
also,
lunch
I'm
lady
cutting
brand.
that off. Our friendship is done, Kat.
Ooh.
No, I'm gonna have to write a breakup song now.
So the
'Cause you
friendship started
did.
February 5th and it's over on
It was April 5th. April 5th.
April 5th.
March
Okay,
15th.
Yeah, just a little less than a year.
All right.
Alrighty, I'm excited. We are getting ready to go into round 3 now. It's going to be annotate and tell versus sketch and tell. I hope you guys have some amazing things prepared for this. And then you guys will have 2 minutes to do this round of presentations, and then we're going to vote. Steve, do you please put the new voting in the chat, because we have a new vote link. Make sure that you're definitely clicking on the EP round 3 while he's probably updating it in the background.
So this is like when in a weightlifting competition when they have a pose down. This is like a tail down.
Yes, we're going to have a tell down, annotate and tell, and sketch and tell. I'm excited. Hats off to you, Justin. And now I can play host. Steve and I both lost. It was meant to be, so we can just play in the background.
Yeah.
To do what we need to do. I love it. Alrighty. So up first again is going to be Justin with annotate and tell. I am curious to see if he has any new material to provide. Yes, Debbie, this will be available on recording on YouTube. So you will be able to catch the rest of it. We are going to continue the live voting for the rest of this hour, and we will have one reign supreme. Alrighty, so Justin.
There we go.
I
Okay.
didn't start your timer yet. You're okay.
Thanks. I appreciate it. Okay. Let me get in slideshow mode. Get my timer up. All right. As soon as this gets up here, I'm good to go.
I'm not going to say anything right now, Justin.
Thank you for everyone who participated in this EduProtocols, who sadly are not moving on. I appreciate you guys coming and being amazing and coming all in. And yeah, Lisa, you'll definitely see lots of these people at Q. Not me, Tier. So, all right, Justin, are you ready?
I'm ready when you are.
Set and go.
All right. You've seen how Annotate and Tell Battleship is low prep, high engagement, and works for literally every subject. But let's talk about something bigger. How this protocol makes differentiation automatic. Every class has that gap. Some students blaze through the reading. Others struggle just to decode. And meanwhile, we're expected to differentiate for every single learner. Impossible, right? We've all been there. You're trying to push your high achievers while also making sure your struggling readers aren't left in the dust. But here's the thing. You don't need 50 different lesson plans. You just need Annotate and Tell Battleship. Struggling readers, they get scaffolded with a partner. They hear strong explanations. They learn from peers. ELL students, they're getting structured academic conversation, sentence starters, justification, real-world practice. High achievers, they're challenged to defend their thinking, to push beyond basic responses. Every student engages at their own level in the same activity. The magic, it's the same lesson for everyone, but each student gets exactly what they need. No extra planning, no extra grading, just built-in differentiation that happens naturally. The quiet kids, they can't just sit back, they have to explain. The overthinkers, they have to make decisions quickly. The ones who don't know what to highlight, they learn to be by listening and refining their choices. This isn't a one-size-fits-all worksheet. This is a classroom-wide strategy game where every kid, no matter their level, is sharpening their skills. Why is Annotate and Tell the best protocol for all learners? It removes barriers. So struggling students engage without fear. It challenges top students by forcing them to defend complex ideas. It makes differentiation automatic without extra work for the teacher. It ensures everyone is learning actively together. If you want a classroom where every student is engaged, where differentiation is built into the game, and where all kids rise to the challenge, this
10
is
seconds.
it. Annotate until Battleship isn't just an annotation strategy, it's an equity strategy. And that is why it's the GOAT.
Oh, perfect. You are just so good at the timing. You're great. That was wonderful. Differentiation and accessibility is near and dear to my heart, so I appreciate that you sorry.
And I'll pick up the slack there.
Thank you.
A lot of times when people talk about gamification, they think that they've got to create all these ornate games and they have to have a ticket system and a scoring system. And what I love what you've done with this, Justin, is the game is the game. Like, you don't need a lot of external elements. You don't need a big scoreboard. You don't need to spend all weekend cutting up tickets and doing stuff like that. Like, the learning is the game. So the efficiency there is spectacular.
And the kids love it. The kids love having fun with this. They love playing Battleship. They love getting into it. It's a fun thing to do.
Okay, so my bad. I had to update round 3 for the voting. The proper names are now in. We view a refresh for those that are watching. So we have Annotate and Tell, Sketch and Tell, Fast and Curious, Iron Chef. They're all in there. Kat, I think you're the one that caught it for me. Really appreciate you.
All right. So yeah, we are now ready for Sketch and Tell. So we just learned about another level, another layer of Annotate and Tell. Tisha is now going to do Sketch and Tell. We can bring up hers. I got it, Steve.
All right, I'm ready as promised. I am going to go where John must have read my mind. I'm going to go with Sketch and Tell O, a wonderful version created by Dominic Helmstetter that I'm going to share about. Are we ready? Time on?
All right, hold on. Let me.
Okay.
Ready, set, go.
All right, so Sketch and Tell O is a variation of Sketch and Tell where you have these O's and students are collecting 9 or more facts, details, examples, or observations from the provided resources. It could be a video, it could be a text, it could be lots of different things. And they're going to draw, write, and connect these facts to previous learning using the template. And so in my class, I am going to have my students next week use the resources that I provide to learn about Southwest cuisine. And they're going to draw 9 things they've learned about the food, the cooking techniques, flavor profiles, and cultural influences in this region of the US, because we are on a food truck race across the United States learning about American regional cuisine. So this was done in Canva. It can be done on paper. So many different platforms that you could do this in. So after students are drawing in each of those circles, they are going to share their drawings with their food truck team. My class is lab-based. It's an elective. Students are in groups working hands-on most of the time. So they're sharing their drawings with their team, and they're going to determine the top 9 facts that they collectively learned, so that in the next step, they're going to base those 9 facts that the team agreed upon to create a storyboard for a video that they're going to create for their food truck customers in our Southwest food truck launch, because we invite authentic audiences into my class to taste the foods that my students create and to have a real life competition. And so now they are ready to go. They are ready to create those presentations. Another way that I use this on a regular basis in my class is for students to read a recipe formula. They're learning about yeast bread methods, quick bread methods, all sorts of methods in my class. They're going to look at those.
10 seconds.
Okay, am I done?
10 seconds, sorry.
Okay. So they're going to read the ingredients and then they're going to write out the steps of that recipe. They're going to share with their team and then they're going to write out the recipe directions. Sketch and Tell is for all learners. Elective classes will love this strategy like all subject areas.
Fantastic. Love it, love it, love it. I gave you a little extra time since I sort of confused you. Fantastic. I know. I keep muting myself because the wind is blowing and making noise, and then I'm like, oh, it'll be fine. Everything's fine. Thank you, Tisha, so much. I appreciate seeing like different versions of sketch and tell. You did like the regular sketch and tell, and then you did the 4 squares, and then you did the O, and it showcases how versatile it is. And then to bring back to annotate and tell, I love a good battleship. So I'm very interested in seeing, like Steve mentioned earlier in a conversation, how do the kids interact and like do that play part after, because I'm just not visualizing it myself because I'm visual, like really visual. So I need to see the kids doing it, but I'm excited to learn more about that. John, do you have anything to add?
Yeah. Again, 2 of my favorites, and I don't just mean the people. And I think, Tish mentioned in the comments her teeth were green. I think she's doing that to curry favor. This is something she might pick up from Steph. She's working all the angles. And Justin's got his little double entendres in there. I see you, Justin. I would just say both of these are spectacular in Snorkel. If you guys haven't seen Snorkel,
I love Snorkel.
There's a sketch and tello in Snorkel already, and I believe we're very close to adding a battleship. And if you guys haven't tried out Snorkel yet, it's going to make it into a self-feedback activity. It's going to actually analyze the images and the words and what the kids say. Oh my God. So definitely check out Snorkel with these same protocols. You cannot lose.
It's amazing.
Yeah. Snorkel is pretty amazing. I'm really impressed also with the feedback that it provides with math work. It's amazing.
Yeah. Oh, it's crazy, the difference. And then to see the kids lock in and submit 3 or 4 times to try to get it perfect, it's incredible.
Yeah, I like that too. All righty. Thank you so much, Tisha and Justin. We will see shortly who was going to move on. I'm excited. Now we're going to have Kat and Christy. Oh, Kat's got clouds behind her.
Oh, yeah, the head in the
How do you beat clouds in the cat? The only way you beat cat in the clouds is with laser cats.
I love that.
Fast and Curious is up first. So we've got Christy gearing up to start here. Let me arrange some things. All righty. Christy, are you ready?
I am ready.
You sure you're ready to take on this redhead?
As ready as I'm ever going to be.
All righty. Ready, set, and go.
All right. So I want to tell you why Fast and Curious is the unbeatable protocol. And cool thing, we can still use the same exact slideshow to talk about why it's going to be Iron Chef as well. So again, we're looking at the process, 4 easy steps to mastery. Keep that in mind. Engagement is off the charts, and it's going to be Iron Chef every time, because with this one, with Fast and Curious, you get 100% engagement every single time. Whereas with Iron Chef, you're going to have students hiding behind the group. Next up, retention is so important. It is, again, science-backed. It's going to reinforce concepts until they stick. Iron Chef, you're memorizing it for the moment. Fast and Curious, you're keeping it for a lifetime. Once you set it up, it runs itself. With Iron Chef, you're going to spend your entire planning period making slides. When do you want to do that? When you can, boom, put it into a great program like quizzes, and you've got it ready to go. Feedback. I mean, we already talked about how important feedback is, and it is instantaneous with Fast and Curious. You're going to see progress after every single round, and mistakes are going to get fixed before they become bad habits. With Iron Chef, that feedback is going to be delayed, and it's also going to be subjective. You cannot beat the feedback that you are going to get with this protocol. And most of all, your learning gains. I mean, that's what we are all here for, right? With this protocol, your learning gains are going to be proven. I mean, 40 to 90% accuracy with just 10 minutes prep work, and boom, you are there. It works for every grade, every subject, and is going to maximize your learning time. So, in summary, why do you want to spend your time making slides when you can
Time's
spend it making
up.
student gains?
Right now,
Alrighty.
Stephanie is somewhere going, yeah.
Yay. Alrighty. Thank you so much, Christy, for presenting on Fast and Curious. It is definitely best done with a tool that can auto grade for you, because like John said, he was doing it back with pencil and paper even before Scantron, and it is definitely one of those things that you need to have automated to make it as fast as possible. And there are lots of tools out there that will allow you to do that. Kat, are you ready?
I am ready.
Up in the clouds. I love it. You're so creative.
It's my head. My head's in the clouds now.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready to go. Let's do it.
And go.
So first and foremost, I want to say, if you're using quizzes, you must have that egg money, girl. I cannot afford things like that. I have to go with the free things that are out there. I'm not like you fancy teachers who have those quizzes accounts. Man, what is that, like $300 a year? All right, let's dive into something that's free, but you can change up and get creative within the classroom. We talked about creating and presenting. Guess what? That's some balloons action right there. Talk about being at the top of the pyramid or floating in the clouds like Christy likes. It's also timed because we don't have a lot of time, just like Fast and Curious, which I am really curious why you chose that one, Christy, but it's important that we have something in the classroom that doesn't take forever. Lastly, of course, as promised, I have some more secret ingredients for y'all. So let's jump over and check those out. Wouldn't it be great if students had to present their idea like a silent film, really getting them to be expressive and thinking about the different ways that they can share with you without using words? How about a rap battle, right? Students would love to take the information that they're building and share it out in a quick rap battle. And they can use AI tools to generate that rap if they need some help within the timed environment, or meming it, having them pick a meme or create a meme from an image that ties to your content. And last but not least, sometimes we've got to be fast and we just have to give it one word, right? Just one word to summarize the entire jigsaw. And that right there could be your secret ingredient. And I have one word for you today as we sum up this round. And that one word is winner. Thank you.
I love it. I love it. John, you were mentioning the Hattie numbers. These are the two with the impressive Hattie numbers, right?
Yeah. I must say, Iron Chef's a 1.2, whereas the other is only a 0.7. But you can do Fast and Curious 3 times in one period. Ooh, that's 21.
Yep. I like
wow,
that.
John, you got that math down. Were you using quizzes?
I got that math. Don't ask me about
The
log or
numbers work.
cosine. I'm done.
That's why we have AI now, right? You just take a picture
That's
of it.
right.
It's going to work.
Yeah, scan
One
that
thing
photo.
that I will say, though, is you can replicate an individualized activity in the classroom as many times as you want. You get those points, right? But having students become the teachers is the highest level of learning, right? So we need to be thinking about that blooms and not just how many times we can repeat these same low-level
she is
activities.
way past the timer right now. Like, she's
This is
way
trash
past
And
the
adding
time.
things in the chat. So don't.
trash talk time, Christy.
I do appreciate the secret ingredients, because I was talking to Steve earlier and I was like, what is the secret ingredient? What could be the secret ingredient? Because that was something I was struggling with when I was getting ready to present Iron Chef for the math classroom. And I was like, what would be the secret ingredient? And all of your different ideas are fabulous. I wish I had chatted with you, because Steve did not help out that much. So
Fast and
Typical.
Well,
Curious
there's
is not a
4
struggle
more if you
at
got
all.
those votes.
we'll
I
see
do
if
have
I get
one
to
thing.
learn.
If anybody's getting excited about the Fast and Curious concept because the cloud has spoken, remember a couple of things. It's all about the reps. So you're not going to drop people in there for 7 minutes. You're going to play for 2 or 3 minutes max. You're going to coach and then you're going to play again. Not everybody gets that part. And then the second thing is, while I do love quizzes, I've been on quizzes since they had a 3-number pin. That's how old I am. The you want to find a platform that repeats, because what I have found is that in a platform that repeats, in the same time that kids might answer 12 questions in your single answer format, if you go to a format that repeats, they will do 40 or 50 questions in the same amount of time. And the game is now to answer right as many times as you can, not just to answer correctly once. And then that is when it really goes exponential. And I see Sophie shaking her head because, like in 99 math, for example, the numbers go up every round. It's not just 12 answers, 12 answers. It's now 65 answers, 120 answers. So there's just a bazillion more reps going on in there.
Excellent. That's a good point. But it is also easy enough for even first year teachers right out of their little baby teacher to grasp and to do. And there's no wondering about what your secret ingredients are. It's just strong, proven pedagogy.
As someone who teaches new teachers at the community college, if I called them little baby teachers, I don't think I'd earn their respect. Throwback to the flip card over here.
Oh man,
baby teacher. And you know what? When I say it in my college course with instructional technology, they think it's cute. I guess it's because I'm so cute.
You are cute as a button. I love you, humans. You're my favorite people. Okay. Oh, I see Steve is updating the bracket. Oh, it means that we've got some data to show here shortly. Steve, do they still have time to vote, or have you closed it?
I'm leaving. I'm a couple seconds. It doesn't look well. As soon as I said that, I'm like, oh, they're done. I saw one pop up. So let's give it a few more seconds.
But is one vote really going to make a difference?
For one of the matchups, it might. I'm not going to say which one.
I don't know who Justin's got over there, but everybody else can go to the next round because there's like a whole community voting.
I have a rabid fan base.
Clearly.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to lock it up. There we go. Let me go ahead and show some numbers here.
Oh my goodness gracious.
You ready for this, Justin?
Who do you have voting for you, Justin?
You can vote more than once. Yeah.
Oh my. All right. Next year, we're going to have to fix that.
Next year, we're going to have to get a better tool here. Okay. And then look how close Fast and Curious Iron Chef.
So close.
And that's cool because it's both ends of the spectrum, right? Like Fast and Curious is like a 0.7 of DOK, and Iron Chef is like a 3 of DOK, right? But they can be equally effective when you use them together.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, look at that. All right, so I appreciate Kat and Tisha for coming in and putting up a good fight. You guys did wonderful. I love all of the variations and the tips. I'm sad I'm not going to see the rest of the secret ingredients.
I know, me too. But Justin, hey, you keep hitting that refresh button, buddy. You got this.
It's not me, I promise. I have told them.
You guys crushed it. That was so much fun. Thank you so much.
Justin just sent the link to all of his students, all for double points. For
put in the Google Classroom. Just had to click repeat.
Giving out
extra credit.
Yeah,
that's extra credit. Yeah, Justin's got it.
I'm pretty sure that's the only credit Justin gives you guys.
Entourage. Our entourage is coming in. Oh,
that's why he looks so fresh. This is kind of lesson planning right here.
True.
All righties. Thank you two so much for participating, and I appreciate you guys helping out on the show and participating. I hope we could collaborate with you all again soon.
Good luck, Christy.
Yeah, good luck. So much fun. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
All right.
All
So annotate and tell. Fast and Curious. I'm assuming like Justin's gonna go first. Like that.
Yes.
Seems to be
That's
The
that's
theme?
the order. That's been a theme. Justin, you get to
Yeah.
go first. One last time. You get 2 minutes to ask people for your vote. For them to vote for you for annotate and tell. Do you have you prepared 3 different slide decks? You really did
Well,
this, didn't you?
I was getting
Well,
wrecked
he's
in the
cut his
chat by
grading
John
time
last night.
down
So I
by
want to make
just
sure I was
sending out
ready.
polls on his classroom.
I promise you it's not happening. I know.
I just love watching you squirm, bro.
I know you do.
I love this. Round 4, last round. Who will reign supreme? What will reign supreme? It's not about Justin. It's about annotate and tell. Christy and Fast and Curious. Those are the last 2 facing off for the last round while Justin loads his screen.
Yeah, John, you're going to see that, they say great minds think alike. And I think you're going to see with this demo slam here why I say that right now. Whenever you're ready.
Yeah,
So
Christy, don't worry. I don't even hear his sucking up. I don't even hear it. I just hear wah, wah, wah. That's all I hear. Wah, wah, wah.
Whatever.
I feel like I should go get all my EduProtocol books off my bookshelf right now. Hold them up.
Yeah, they can't hurt.
Ready,
Yep.
set, go.
All right, let's talk about the goat of annotation. Annotated tell battleship. This is the protocol that gets kids reading, thinking, explaining, and competing all at once. What if I told you we can make it even better? Yeah, that's right, because battleship is the french fry, but snorkel, that's the ketchup. And together, unstoppable. Forget the silent, disengaged classroom. This isn't kids zoning out, barely skimming a text. This is kids locked in, strategizing, debating, and fighting for points. It's not just about highlighting. It's about proving you made the right move, and that's where the learning happens. This isn't just another way to do annotation. It's a whole new reason for students to actually care. Students submit their battleship responses to Snorkel, and within seconds, they get real-time feedback. Not good job or try again nonsense, actual targeted feedback. This needs more evidence. Break this into clearer sentences. Explain this part better. With Snorkel, they're getting the same kind of feedback I give, just instantly. And instead of me pointing out mistakes, they fix them first. Then I see the refined work and give my own feedback. Battleship makes them engage. Snorkel makes them revise. Together, it's annotation plus mastery without extra grading for me. I'm not grading tons of papers a night anymore. I'm giving students control over their learning. I get to focus on teaching, and they get to focus on improving. Why this is the best protocol for state testing, writing, and engagement? Battleship forces them to annotate with purpose. Snorkel forces them to revise with intention. The result? Thinking that's visible, writing that's strong, and a teacher who doesn't have to grade for hours. So if annotate and tell battleship is the best annotation strategy out there, Snorkel just makes it taste even better. You could eat fries without ketchup, but why would you? And I'm done.
Nice. That was even short. My answer was you can eat fries without ketchup, but why would you? It's because I want ranch.
Oh, that's true.
So I want ranch. I love that you brought in an app smash. This is absolutely amazing. So you're using like Slides or Cami or Canva and then with Snorkel, and I love it. Yes.
It works so smooth. It works so well with it. It automatically intuits what I want. I put it in there the first time, and it knew that I wanted the kids to play Battleship. It knew that I wanted to put in coordinates, and it knew that I wanted them to put an explanation from the partner, just from that template right there.
That's
And
so
I don't mean
impressive.
to wreck the chat again, but who hates writing rubrics? This guy. Snorkel, based on your description, writes the rubric for you. You can literally just print it and leave it on your door. And when the principal comes in, goes, read that.
I do. I am very impressed with Snorkel. I really like how the kids can try again and again because the little thing that says correct and then fair, 2 out of 4, the kids know what that means because it explains it to them inside of Snorkel, and they can make it correct or incorrect, and it will be fair, excellent, and it even can go up. I've tried it out with my coworkers. I don't think Steve participated, but other coworkers who love me more participated, and I was able to see.
I'm supposed to be participating at work. I'm glad I know this now.
All right, so I am now really curious about what Christy now has to bring to the table. as one of the queens of the Edu Guardians here, as she is her own superhero. And I am very curious to see what she has ready to match up one last time, 2 minutes versus annotate and tell. Christy, ready when you are, doll.
All right, let's go. All right. So again, Fast and Curious is the unbeatable protocol. It is the superpower that every superhero teacher needs. And the same 5 things that we have looked at every single time is going to work with this one too. Your engagement is off the charts with this. Every single student answers every single question. You don't have students where stronger readers are going to dominate and people are going to tune out like you do with Annotate and Tell. So this is the one to keep your classroom on track. It is also based in retention. Annotate and Tell is a one-time and done event. The students do not revisit the key concepts. They're going to revisit over and over until it is locked in memory with this one. Next up, low prep. And what teacher doesn't like to hear about low prep? Fast and Curious is going to run itself. It is your teacher best friend. Annotate and Tell is going to require finding all the text, modeling everything, guiding the discussion, way more in depth and way more time. So also feedback. This is learning in real time. Annotate and Tell doesn't give real, consistent, measurable feedback. You have to interpret, you have to discuss. Fast and Curious is going to take all of the guesswork out of it and leave you with what you need, your results. And last, your learning gains. That's what the results are all about. And this is the place that you are going to get in. It's going to boost accuracy. And Annotate and Tell is going to focus on your critical thinking, but knowledge is going to fade. It's going to stick with them for the long run on this. So in summary, why would you want to spend all class breaking down a passage when you can build up the knowledge that your students contain? So build it up, don't break it down.
Oh, I love that ending.
That was good. Build it up, don't break down. Genius. I appreciate the smack talk that's happened throughout this episode and throughout the week. I appreciate in the 2 weeks. I appreciate the meatheads and the roid rage and the puns.
Oh, gosh.
I love it all. It's been a wonderful and it's been amazing. And I'm getting a little nostalgic here because this is it. This is the end of the EduProtocol's March Madness on Under the Hat podcast. And I'm a little sad, to be completely honest. It's been a lot of fun.
But so talking with John, we can do this again in a year, right?
Oh,
Is that
sure.
John? Is that
for sure?
Yeah.
I'm working on a deal with ESPN for you guys right now.
Oh, sweet. Yeah. Make that happen. Yeah.
Well, Justin will know what I'm saying, but it's ESPN 3, but it is an ESPN.
The Ocho.
The Ocho. Yes. I'm going to go ahead and just, again, a few more seconds here, but I'm going to stop round 4 voting.
How many
We
of
can-
Justin's students voted for him this time?
I
In
see a
an
lot
effort to
of
stay as equitable as
series
possible.
unified.
Because Stephanie called me out on this earlier. What would be better than a rack and stack where you had Fast and Curious, Sketch and Tello Battleship, or Annotate and Tell Battleship, and then repeated the Fast and Curious?
Yes.
Win-win.
Now we're really locking it in. And Justin, sorry if I missed it, but you can do this with graphics as well. Like you could put a map, you could put a primary document, you could put a painting.
He did a political cartoon. Didn't you do a political cartoon in your
Yeah, I've
slide?
done political cartoons.
And I saw that go
I've
by
done-
real fast, but I
Yeah.
guess what I'm saying is it's not just for text. It's not just
Absolutely.
for text. And so
I put that in the
you
Snorkel
can
too, and
do-
it handled it.
Yeah, and Snorkel will take it. So you can say to the kids, there's an item at B3, there's an item at C7, there's an item at G5, label them, and then tell me about them. And Snorkel will know. Now I'm going to give you guys one more super trick. There's a lot of GimKit users out there that do not use Kit Collab. Christy, have you used Kit Collab?
Yes,
See
I
what
love
mean?
it so much.
Okay. So with Kit Collab, what happens is you push a button and Christy, I love this. I was afraid to push the button for like 3 years, and I was like, F it, I'm going to push the button. So I pushed the button, and the kids get a link. Now, dig this, Sophie. Have you Kit collabed, Sophie?
I have not.
Okay, so I'm going to do live action right now from the Turtle Man. Live action. So watch this. You go into GimKit. You go into GimKit. It says new quiz. You push Kit collab. It gives you a link. The human children click that link on their device. They can now submit their name, their question, and 4 answers, and they mark one of them green. Now that's not even the fun part. Okay. So it's real time. It's almost like a Wicked Hydra where kids are writing questions, except they're doing answers. But here's the best part. Up on the screen, I get a giant button that says accept or reject. And I haven't thrown Steve under the bus very much right now, but I'm like, hey, Steve, this is a science class. Jesus should not be one of your distractors. Reject it. And then Steve's like, bro, what? So it really makes the idea of submitting competitive, gamified. And
Yeah.
I don't, when I hit reject, I'm not deleting Steve's answer. He just has to edit it. So Sophie, in a math class, think about this for vocabulary. Table 4 divisor, table 5 quotient, right? You can do it in groups. It's a really big step up to Fast and Curious, because as soon as you're done, you hit done and boom, you're gone. They're playing the quiz that they just made.
Nice.
And that's like
Takes it up
5
a whole nother
Hatties.
level.
That's like an 11.7 on the Hattie scale. That only goes to 1.2.
Breaking the Hattie scale. I like it.
I love
Blow the
it.
lid. It's like when Willy Wonka shoots the elevator out of the roof, man. We're going to blow the lid off a Hattie.
Breaking the glass ceiling. Alrighty. Okay, I
All
can
right.
see. I can see that Steve has data in.
Yeah, I do. Let's
just not worry about the data showing.
Just
Let's
do the
just
bracket?
show the bracket.
cool.
Yeah, let's just
All
do
right.
the bracket.
Here
Do it
we
in
go,
presentation
friends.
mode.
So the winner of this year's March Madness, first year, by the way, is Annotate
Meditate and
and
tell.
Tell.
Wow.
Wow.
That's powerful.
From going on first to having the last word.
To having his class voting for him, really.
Having, I saw a lot of
promise that did
Series
not happen.
Unified.
I mean, to be
going
fair,
into
Justin,
this.
that is a fantastic use of the 4 C's. You're involving your students with adult level work, right? That's DOK 4. They all know Christy now. They probably think she's a better teacher than you. So Monday's going to be rough. So way to put it out
Hey, you
there.
know what?
Wait,
You can come in my classroom
they
anytime.
didn't have
She's
anything
awesome.
to compare to before, right? They're like, what is an EduGuardian? I don't even know. So, I mean, it's crazy. It's
They
crazy.
lived in the
They
dark.
can
John.
become junior edu guardians.
Yes,
They
which is
could.
awesome. We have a book for that.
Yes, we have a book for that. Yes, I love it. All right. I appreciate all us also talking about Snorkel. I would love to have their founders on the show if you all are out there.
We can
and
do
would like
that.
to have
I know
a
their
chat.
founders. And if anybody wants to email me, I can set you up with a free account.
I met Jeff at ISTE. We had a couple beverages together.
And
Yeah,
fun fact
so-
about Snorkel, it's the two main folks there at Snorkel are both just regular old teachers from San Diego who had an idea. So like I really dig that vibe. It's not like a big VC group paid a consultant to make a thing. Like they understand, they have skin in the game.
The real deal.
And that's one of the reasons why it works so well with math, because one of them was a math teacher and he's coding it so it's going to work with math, which I appreciate.
Yeah.
My little math heart gets all happy.
There's not a lot of great things out there with AI and math. Like,
There's not.
AI struggles with math.
It does. It does. So when it started working with math, Snorkel was working with math, I was like so excited. Yes.
Yeah.
And
I actually was with a math teacher yesterday who's a kind of a hot shot, and he made his own problem. And then he was going so fast he didn't read the instructions correctly. And so when he answered his own problem, Snorkel said, "Bro, that's the sign. You're doing this backwards." And he's like, "Oh dear God, I just did that, didn't I?" And he made his own problem. It was hilarious.
All right.
Well, this was
All right.
fun, folks. And we just really appreciate all of you that have been on the show over the last 2 weeks. Sharing that love, sharing that wisdom, and also for everybody that's been online and watching and supporting this. So just big shout out. And John, thank you, sir, for helping, supporting, and being involved.
Heck yeah, why not? I mean, here's my big just feeling right now for anybody that's still listening, and hopefully, Christy and the folks are still in there. Like, isn't this what PLC should be like? This is what
Facts.
PLC should be like. Okay, because what's happening is in a lot of PLCs, we focus on the schedule of the assessment. How do I log into the assessment? How can I get a PDF of the assessment? We're never talking about pedagogy. We're talking about everything but pedagogy. PLC should be talking about pedagogy, right? And we're all bringing something to the party. Everybody brought something to the party, and then we're all cooking it up together, and we're like, oh, wow, I was a big fan of this, except I didn't know about that. And that's what PLFs, I'm good with whatever the acronym is. Let me rename it. Times when your principal makes you sit with your grade level team to talk about failure.
But that's a
Okay.
mouthful.
Yeah, that would be like TTFZB. It's not a good hashtag, but the basic idea is when we talk about either grade level teams or subject matter teams sitting down, this is what it should look like, and there should be a commonality of purpose, and there should be joy. And well, I mean, except for Stephanie, she comes in so angry, and but that's why she wins. That's why she wins. But like
She comes in ready to win.
This is what teaching
Yeah.
should look like. So I'm so stoked about this, and I met so many new people, Christy, Kat, so many new people as part of this. And Marlena and I and Kim were talking about. We're so impressed with the fact that everybody's coming in and they're doing the protocols correctly, which I love that because some of the things in education they get bastardized, right? Like what flipped learning was supposed to be is not how people do it, right? And what if you go deep on good old Madeline Hunter, right? Madeline Hunter said, don't use the 7 elements for of evaluations. And what did school districts do? They print out 10 million NCR forms, and they started evaluating people on 7 element lesson design. So the fact that people are translating forward correctly just makes my heart go, yes. Oh my gosh. So yay for that.
I learned so much from everybody, even after like reading books and skimming some books and doing a lot of research and downloading the free packet that's on the EduProtocol's website of the demos and things, the templates and things that you can get, and checking out the other free templates that can be found on Snorkel and Cami, and there's a couple other places too.
Class Companion, Pear Deck. There's protocols in almost all the major platforms now. Not all, but a lot of them.
Ready for you to use as is. You don't have to create from scratch.
As is.
Crank them up and go.
One little quick story, John, I like that I wanted to share is Michelle Manning was on last week.
Hey, we're out of time, Steve. So let's. Oh,
okay.
I'm just kidding.
Okay. Well, Michelle Manning had no idea what EduProtocol.
Oh yeah. Okay.
But then she learned it really quick because she's super talented, and now she's straight up in those classrooms now working it. So big shout to Michelle for picking it up.
Again, that's part of the design, right? Part of the design is it's got to be something you can pick up. I want to give a shout out to Aaron Martin. When he presented for you guys last week, he'd only been doing protocols for 11 weeks, and I think he's a first-year teacher. Bro found us in mid-December and rebuilt his whole teaching life in 10 weeks. And we've done no PD together. He just jumped into Facebook and started going, what do I do? What do I do? People started feeding him stuff. And if you rewatch the tape, he did a spectacular job explaining. I forget which protocol he was, but it was fantastic. And that's going to change his whole career, you guys. You just go up from there. You don't have to you don't have to do that again next year. You just keep going forward.
Absolutely. Awesome. All right, Sophie, we about to call it? Yes. Yep. Little over time, as John pointed out, but appreciate all of you. Enjoy your Saturday. Keep your hats on, but your minds open. Bye-bye.